Well, guys, I truly do believe that leftists are mindless zombies. They get this download into their brain and then they just go with whatever is actually downloaded into their mind. They don't actually think for themselves. It is impossible to actually have a conversation with a leftist. It doesn't matter if you're actually a Democrat at that as well. Because, man, when it comes to the whole Hamas and Israel thing, man, these leftists are clearly on the side of Hamas. They're just going along with the download in their brain. They don't think for themselves. It is just completely insane. Now, this subject is very, very divisive because you do have Democrats that are pro-Israel. And if you are pro-Israel, the leftists despise you. It is utterly ridiculous. Now, there's been a ceasefire going on up until I believe yesterday for roughly like a week. Hostages have been exchanged, but that is not enough for leftists. I'm willing to bet, guys, that they didn't even know that a ceasefire had actually happened. They got exactly what they wanted, but still, they were still out there causing chaos and destruction. The left is truly a danger to this country, even though the left says that the right is actually a danger. But have you actually seen people on the right going out there violently protesting, that kind of thing? No, you haven't. You have not seen that happen. But that actually brings us to a Democrat, a rep. That's a Democrat actually had his home vandalized by pro-Hamas people. They went to his home and vandalized his home. Look at this, guys. Over here on the post-millennial here, Democrat Congressman Adam Smith's home vandalized by anti-Israel activists calling for ceasefire. But the thing is, a ceasefire was already going on. Like I told you, man, these people are mindless zombies. They do not actually think for themselves. But let's read some of this, guys. It says here, Congressman Adam Smith, Democrat from Washington. We're talking about Washington State, guys. So that lets you know the kind of people that we're actually dealing with. Allegedly had his home vandalized by anti-Israel activists overnight. Police sources told the Post-Millennial that officers were dispatched to Smith's personal residence in Bellevue, Washington, and located graffiti on his garage door, which reportedly consisted of anti-Israel messaging. Yeah. So Ari Hoppin here tweets out, breaking sources say that police have been dispatched to the home of Rep. Adam Smith, which has allegedly been vandalized by pro-Hamas activists. Yeah. And he even confirmed this himself. This is what Rep. Adam Smith actually put out. Last night, my home was vandalized by people advocating for a ceasefire in Israel and Gaza. And he actually put out a statement here. Now, his statement says, last night, my house is vandalized by people advocating for a ceasefire in Israel and Gaza. This attack is sadly reflective of the coarsening of the political discourse in our country, and is completely unwarranted, unnecessary, and harmful to our political system. Throughout the course of my career, my staff and I have continually met with groups from all parts of the political spectrum, including pro-Palestinian and left-wing activists, and I remain open to meeting with those groups and discussing our differences and where we can come together in a productive and peaceful way. We must engage with politics in this way and reject the rise in political violence that we have witnessed over the past several years. Yeah, it's all coming from the left. It is all coming from the left. The extremism on both the left and right side of our political spectrum is a threat to a healthy, functioning democracy and has been condoned for far too long. The simple truth is that extremism on both sides is degrading to our political system and must be rooted out for our democracy to be able to persist. The world is increasingly complicated and full of tough challenges that require strong leaders. I'm committed to taking on these challenges, and this act of vandalism has only made me more determined to remain in politics to ensure that we resolve our differences in a peaceful way that truly reflects representative democracy. Yeah. Now, he brings up extremism on the left and the right. The only thing I'm seeing out there is extremism from the left. It's the left. You rarely ever see anything truly from the right. I'm just being real about that. But of course, in the media, Joe Biden, they're going to tell you, hey, that the right is the most dangerous thing to this country, where in reality, we're seeing otherwise. We are definitely seeing otherwise. Now, it says here, Smith, who represents Washington State's 9th Congressional District, has been a vocal supporter of Israel and the Jewish people. While Smith is not Jewish, he recently spoke about Israel's war against Hamas terrorists at a local synagogue and has a history of defending Israel's right to exist. Now, he actually mentioned that he engages and speaks with both sides of the political spectrum. The thing about the left is they don't want to have conversation with the other side. If you deviate one step away from the left and engage a conversation on the other side, they're going to come after you. And that's exactly what they did here. They attacked a Democrat right here. These people on the left, man, they do not care. They don't care. Now, the King County GOP ended up putting out a statement supporting Adam Smith. Completely unacceptable. We strongly condemn the actions against Rep. Adam Smith's property. Political differences should be resolved through dialogue and democracy, not through violence and vandalism. Well, that's the left. That sums up the left right there. The left is extreme. This is what they do. Like I said, guys, it doesn't matter if you are a Democrat or a Republican. It doesn't matter. If you deviate one step from the left, you're done. They will come after you. The left has been going after Democrats for a while too. They don't care, man. I mean, when Roe versus Wade was overturned, the left was outside of Supreme Court Justice Holmes protesting, which is actually against the law. You can't do that. What happened to them? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You even had church services right out here in Houston and Lakewood Church, Joel Osteen's church. Leftists interrupted the church services. They did. Woman stripped down inside the church. I mean, the left is extreme, man. And I believe that left-wing extremism needs to be called out a whole lot more than on the right. Because all we're seeing, guys, is extremism from the left. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.